Hello and welcome back. Let us look at the data manipulation language commands that are available in ClickHouse. Data manipulation language or DML commands are used to modify the data that is present in the database table. In ClickHouse, the following are the most commonly used DML commands. We have insert statement to insert one or more rows of data into the table, and ClickHouse supports update and delete operations as well. But the updates and deletes are restricted to the tables that are based on merge tree family of engines. The update and delete operation are also called as mutations in ClickHouse. Note that mutations are costly operations and frequent updates and deletes can result in higher hardware usage on the database server. And finally, we have a lightweight delete operation available in ClickHouse. Let us look at some examples for each of these statements. To begin with, let us create a table based on merge tree table engine. This table has two columns, and both the columns are used to store string data. This is an example of insert statement. It starts with insert into keyword followed by the database name and the table name, and then we will have to specify the columns in which the data will be inserted. This is followed by the values keyword, and finally we will have to specify the values that will be inserted for the specified columns. We can now see the two rows of data that was inserted. Let us now look at the update operation in ClickHouse. Updates and deletes are carried out using the alter table statement. This is an example which performs an update operation on this newly created table. So the statement starts with alter table keyword followed by the database name and the table name, and then we have the update keyword, and then we have the name of the column which will be updated followed by the value that will be updated. We have a where clause, and the rows satisfying this where clause will be updated based on the columns and the values specified. So in this example, we have updated the column 2 with the value apple for the rows where the column 2 value equals to A. Let us now move on to the delete. Delete has similar syntax and uses the alter table statement. So the statement starts with alter table keyword followed by the database name and the table name, which is followed by the delete keyword, and then the where clause which will select the rows that has to be deleted. So in this example, we are going to delete the rows where the column 2 value equals to apple. After executing the statement, we can see that the first row, which had column 2 value as apple, is not present in the table anymore. Let us now move on to the lightweight deletes, which are recently introduced in ClickHouse. When we perform a lightweight delete, the row is not immediately removed from the table. Instead, the deleted rows are masked. There will be a hidden column in the table called row underscore exists, and this column will be marked either true or false. When we execute a lightweight delete, the rows that has to be deleted will be marked as false in the row underscore exists column. Again, this operation is valid only for the tables that are based on merge tree family of engines. When the merge operation happens, the rows that were masked will be removed from the data path. This is the syntax for lightweight delete. It starts with delete from keyword followed by the database name and the table name, and then the where clause which will determine the rows that will be deleted. After this operation, if we read the data from the table, there will be no data left since there was only one row before and that particular row has been deleted. So these are the frequently used DML commands in ClickHouse. Thanks for joining, and see you again in the next video. Welcome back. In this video, we shall look at the DDL statements that can be used to manipulate a column in a ClickHouse table which is based on a merge tree table engine. These operations are generally valid for most of the merge tree family of table engines, and using these statements, we can either add a column, rename a column, clear the data stored in a column, and drop a column from a table. Let us look at few examples for each of these statements. For these examples, I will create a table based on merge to table engine. This table has two columns and both the columns are of string data type. Then I will insert a couple of rows into the table. So both the rows that were inserted is present in the table now. All the operations to manipulate a column in a ClickHouse table are carried out using the alter table statement. Let us begin by adding a column to the table. So the statement starts with alter table keyword followed by the database name and the table name, and then we have the add column keyword, and this is the name of the new column that will be created, and this is the data type of the new column. Here, this column will be of string data type, and this column can accommodate null values. We can see that we have a new column in the table which is filled with null values. Let me insert a new row of data into the table. Let us now move on to renaming the columns in a ClickHouse table. We use a similar syntax to rename the column, and again, this statement starts with alter table keyword followed by the database name and the table name, and then we have the rename column keyword, and this is the column that will be renamed, and the column will be renamed to this column name. When we read the data from the table, we can see that the column called column 3 is renamed to column 4. Let us now move on to clearing the columns in a ClickHouse table. So we use the familiar alter table statement. We have the clear column keyword followed by the name of the column that will be cleared. So clearing the column will replace all the existing non-null values to nulls. Let us now drop a column from the ClickHouse table. In the alter table statement, we have the drop column keyword followed by the name of the column that will be dropped. So after dropping the column, we can see that this table has only two columns in it. So these are the common DDL operations to manipulate a column in a ClickHouse table. Thanks for joining, and see you again.